What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. We are back again with the STI. That does not feel good on my neck. We got like a foot of snow the other day, as you guys can see, and all of this is falling off of the trees. So it's not gonna be very fun standing right here, but we have to get this done. Today I'm gonna be attempting to pretty much finish everything, get everything out. That way, hopefully next week, we can pull the engine out. So pretty exciting. We don't have a lot left to do off the top of my head. We gotta disconnect the AOS, downpipe, vacuum line in the back there, engine mounts, and then of course disconnect it from the transmission. So not terrible. Like I said, for this engine removal process, I've been using this playlist on YouTube, and I actually forgot to mention his channel in the last video. So if you guys are attempting to do this or you want a little bit more information on this, his channel name is Subaru Only. Super good videos, super informative. If it wasn't for his videos, I don't think I would be attempting any of this myself. So if you guys want a little bit more info on that, I'll link his channel down below in the description. We got to get started on this. I also picked up a new socket set. This is the DeWalt brand. This is the set that we use at work. It works just fine for me. I'm sure there's a lot better out there, but this will be good enough. I think I got the 172 piece, and it was actually on sale, so it was a pretty good deal. But yeah, this is what I got. First thing we're gonna do is unplug the harness. There's two plugs on this side and then one on the passenger side. I already got them loosened up off camera, so all we gotta do is just pull them off. So there's one right there, one on the bottom, and then this one right here. Just like that. Next up, we gotta remove the wiring that goes to the AC compressor and the alternator. This just has a nut on the end right there. And then you also have to disconnect this plug right here and this green plug right down there. Now that we got that unbolted and unplugged, we just go ahead and pull this through here. Just like that. We also have to disconnect the wiring that goes to the back of the starter and then this ground cable right here. For the nut on the back of the starter, you can use one of these ratcheting wrenches with the little swivel on it. I have both, luckily, but I'm gonna use the one with the swivel. Alright, now that we unbolted both of those, we should be able to slide them out of the way, hopefully. There we go. There's one. And there's two. So I think I'm just gonna tuck them behind here. Just like that. Actually guys, I think these two plugs might have to come off as well. I'm not sure what this is for, but it's connected right to this one. And then this one right here, I followed it down, and I think it's an O2 sensor for the header, so we'll have to remove that as well. I didn't record this part because it was just a pain in the ass to get both of these lines off. One goes right here to the power steering pump, the other one goes to this hard line on the side. I think I'm gonna end up replacing this entire thing with the lines as well. Reason for that, these lines are super brittle and super hard at this point, and also a really long time ago I broke the clip on the power steering reservoir, so it was just kind of hanging in there. It wasn't really being held by that bracket anymore, so I think I'm just gonna end up replacing this entire thing. Next up, we got to get these belts off so that we can remove the AC compressor, the Now that we got both those belts off, we can go ahead and get started on removing the alternator.
And all the other parts.
AC compressor is unbolted. There's 4 bolts on top, 2 on the bottom, and then there's a bracket that holds it to, I believe, the top of the block. So this we're just gonna slide over to the side somewhere. I'll probably fix it and lay it down right in there, but that's out of the way. Also guys, this is all of that oil that I was talking about. If you look right here, all of this is all dried up, but if you look right down in there, there we go. Right down in the middle there, it's all wet oil. Not sure why that is, but I'm sure once we tear this thing apart, we'll find out where that's coming from. Now all we have left to do is pull off the power steering pump, this hard line over here, and then we can move on to removing the expansion tank. There's that expansion tank. Still had a little bit of coolant, but no big deal. We'll wipe that off. Good thing is we got this off. Power steering pump is unbolted. I only had to remove 2. Of course, there was 1 missing on the backside. Throughout the entire time that I've had this car, we've had so many bolts and nuts missing. It's crazy. But this should be able, yep, just to come right out. Oh, we still got that to unplug. There we go. Now we can slide this to the side here. Oh my god, there's so much power steering fluid in there. I didn't even see that. Just spilled everywhere. By the way guys, yes, I read all of your comments in the last video. We are gonna do a full deep cleaning on the engine and engine bay since everything is gonna be out. So stuff like that is going to be taken care of. We're going to try and just clean everything up because it's filthy in here. I think the last thing we're going to have time for today is the downpipe. We're going to try and get that off today. I really wanted to get everything finished today, but as you guys know, it gets dark super early now and it's also starting to get a little chilly. Downpipe will come off today. And then after that, guys, the only thing we have left is everything holding in the transmission. So the transmission bolts and then that little pin that goes in between the fork. That's pretty much it. Of course, the starter will come out as well. And then after all of that is off, the only thing left would be the engine mounts. I can't believe how fast it went by. This is only 2 days of work. And then the third day will be obviously finishing all that up and then pulling the engine out. So I'm thinking next week we'll be able to pull it out. But like I said before, this is only the easy part. The hard part is yet to come when we start tearing this thing apart and pretty much rebuilding it. I think what I find the most difficult is having to replace parts and having to source those parts. For example, if I needed to replace this line in here, what would it be called and how would I source it? Stuff like that. I just want to make sure that I get everything done correctly and that I replace what I need to replace. But also at the same time, I'm sure Javi has done this a million times, so he knows better than I do what needs to be replaced. Anyways, let's go ahead and get this downpipe off and then we'll be done for today. been a while. I forgot how fun downpipes were, but we finally got it off. There it is right there. It's separated. The video did show him remove the entire downpipe, but I think we could probably get away with just leaving it right there. If it's an issue later on, then we'll completely remove it, but I think for now I'm gonna leave it right there. And that's pretty much gonna do it for today. Like I said, I know we didn't make it as far as we wanted to, but we definitely made some progress today, which I'm really happy about. As long as we're making progress, that's good with me. But what do you guys think, man? This thing is looking more and more empty every time we work on it. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Just so you guys know, we have come up with a plan since the last video. I know I asked you guys what you think is worth replacing or what you think is worth upgrading. We have come up with a plan. I'm not going to tell you guys just yet, but it is going to be pretty exciting. I know you guys are going to be stoked on it. Hopefully by next week, we can completely pull the engine out of the STI. I will catch you guys in the next one.